Hi, my name is Tyson Rogers, and today I'm going to be talking about the different bevel and emboss text effects. So to do this, first you select the layer that you want to adjust. You go to Effects, you select Bevel and Emboss. In this layer style dialog box, there's actually two different adjustment areas. There is structure, and there is the shading area. So first we're going to start off, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to run through all the different adjustments and how they're helpful and what they do. So first we'll start off with the style. You have your outer bevel, your inner bevel, your emboss, your pillow emboss, and your stroke emboss. So in this dialog box is actually really cool. You have a preview area here on the right. And this is really helpful because you're not just going to run into this dialog box and be able to know what exact angle you want, what altitude you want. You're going to have to just adjust, and then you have to see what it looks like and see what you like. So for this preview area to be here, it's really helpful. Then you know like what you're doing and what you're adjusting. Okay, so next we're going to talk about technique. What the technique does is basically changes the border of the object and how hard and how soft it is. So you have your smooth, you have your chisel hard, you have your chisel soft. Okay, so now I want to talk about depth. Some of these adjustments are pretty self-explanatory, like the depth, the size, and the soften. So what we can do is just drag this bar here, and it changes the depth of the bevel and emboss. Then you go to the size. And also, while you're making these adjustments, it's really helpful. If you look at the image itself, while you're adjusting, it actually changes on the image as you're adjusting, so that's really helpful. Okay, so now the soften is kind of like the technique. It changes the edges, the border of the object, changes how hard and how soft it is. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the shading area. So you have your angle. You can either type in an angle you want for the bevel, say 85. Then you can also click on this little circle here, and you can make your own adjustments, like just clicking and you drag it around. And that not only changes the angle, but it also changes the altitude. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the gloss contour. It changes the area where the bevel and emboss is. There's 12 different kinds. So you can go through it there and look which ones you like the best. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the highlight mode. There's obviously lots of different kinds of highlight modes. You also have your shadow modes, also a lot, mostly the same. And then you have your little opacity sliding bars here. And what these do basically, it changes how strong you make the highlight or how strong you make the shadow. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about the texture you can add. There's two default texture patterns you can use. It's the little bubbles and then these different stripes here. You can change, just like in the structure, you have your scale and your depth. Pretty self-explanatory. You can adjust accordingly, and you can also look in your preview box again. Okay, so that concludes the tutorial on bevel and emboss. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time.